Guys, welcome to week, what, 9? 10? I forget what week we're on, but we're playing the South Texas Sableyes this week, and this is a little bit of a scarier matchup. I have unfortunately not really had the opportunity to do as much planning as I would like to. It's also been kind of one of those self-defeating weeks where I see weather and I'm just like, oh, you know, this was one of the matchups I was kind of fearing, since my opponent actually somehow managed to get Pelipper and Mega Swampert and Kingdra in the same move. So there's a lot of stuff going on. It's going to be very hyper aggressive rain, and planning against it in a draft format is never an easy task. But we're going to go ahead and see what we can do with this. It's not going to be the most fun. Sorry, on my bottom screen I see stupid Sharon. Sorry, that really removed me from the immersion there for a bit. I don't happen to see my opponent online, so I'm just stupid Sharon. That's great. Let's go ahead and log off and then log back on again. So we'll see how that. No! Why would you invite me for a single battle now? So let's go ahead and try that again. Log back on. Alright, should be sending shortly. Stupid Sharon. I love it. Also, thanks for the @ here on Discord, Cross. No! Your name is not Joshua. Is it? If it is, I feel like a fool. Oops, it was him. I thought Vivid for some reason. My bad. All right, we're good. That was him I rejected both times. I'm a special breed of fool here. I'm not like escorts fool like Etika though. What is an escort? Oh, that's an escort. That boy cracks me up. So let's see. I'll pick on myself. And then normal rules. Probably should have used the restroom beforehand, but it's too late now. We're locked in. Locked and loaded. And the team that I will be using today is going to be... Where'd my OBS go? Oh, it's on that side. Okay, so... Sableyes, Manicham, Fairthorn, Gengar, Charizard, Starmie. That's what I decided on. That's what we're going with. And then I should probably turn up my sound a little bit as well. No Zygarde on this one. A lot of special attackers on this team that really kind of threaten me out. A lot of potential ice moves as well. A lot of ice moves. Big dragon type. And then Clefable. So this is roughly what I was expecting. Maybe not Clefable. But I think I got 4 out of 6 right. Yeah, I think this is probably one of my first games without Zygarde. I feel bad leaving him behind, but it's something we gotta do sometimes. He's a really nice guy from what I've been talking to, so I'm just kind of hoping my salt doesn't get in the way here. So let's see what I want to do here. Important things to note. Did not bring Chestnut. So that thing I was worried about with Sludge Bomb or Sludge Wave is not an issue. And of course the lawnmower starts outside. Excellent. That's what I wanted to hear. Now I gotta close the damn window. So give me 1 second for that. That should be much better. Alright, good luck and have fun to my opponent if he happens to be watching this back here. Whew. Let's do this. I think I've used Sableyes every week though. Sableyes is really important to me. I love dog. I love dogs so much. Dog is very important to me. I wonder if he's kind of researching move pools here too. So immediate hard withdrawal out in a Clefable. So this is fine. We're gonna show him that we don't want this weather around. It's summertime. And we say no to that. Clefable, admittedly, is a little bit of a problem, switching in on. But... let's think this through. I had a feeling that might happen too, unfortunately. The risk for flamethrower was a little too great there. The one thing I did notice is there are no Shadow Ball resists. None at all. This was a bad play. Oh, are we just gonna reward that? Okay, well that's cool too, I guess. Well, Gengar being paralyzed is a little unfortunate. I'll let him take that. But we did disable Zen Headbutt, which is pretty cool. Means he, doesn't really mean shit for me, actually. I don't have any information. So here's what I'm gonna do here. I think he might be choiced. So here's how aggressive we're gonna get here. What did I tell you? I don't want the sun around. Or, no, I want the sun. I don't want this bullshit rain nonsense. Yeah, I definitely misspoke there. I want the sun. The sun is so important in this matchup. I've played these games all the way out in Gen 5. And it's a little harder because I don't have an automatic weather starter, but being able to read the switch is nice. One thing that did cross my mind here is this Jirachi could have been Choice Scarfed, which is why he could have switched. So, there's some food for thought. But he's probably thinking about what he wants to take this next hit, because this is going to be a pretty hard hit. I'm thinking he's going to go back into Jirachi. He goes into Clefable. So I can do that for an Air Slash here. Which isn't really going to do too much, unfortunately. But my question here is whether or not he's actually... Is he going to leave it... Is he going to use it as another pivot? Knowing that I could do that again. Because the rain is pretty important for him. Don't get me wrong. I think he does make that play. Immediately goes back out into it. Yeah. He just really, really, really wants his rain up. So, Flamethrower's not going to do anything here. I'm doing okay right there, though. So let's make this play. At least we know his Clefable has T-Wave, so that's pretty important here. At the cost of my Gengar, unfortunately. If we didn't get paralyzed, I did go for Shadow Ball, which kind of sucks. Okay, so... things to pay attention to here. And you know, I was really close to running HP Electric on Charizard too. It was a super thought I had in my mind, but foolishly, like a fool, I decided not to bring it, thinking it wasn't going to be too relevant. Turns out it was. It absolutely was relevant. I could have popped it right there. But he's going to go into one of his Rain Abusers right now. And I don't think it's going to be... I don't think it's going to be Swampert. I think a smart play would be to go into either probably Jirachi or... Actually, Pharaoh's not a bad play. Or not Pharaoh, excuse me, Fori. Fortress isn't bad here. There it is. So... now, I don't want to be in before rocks and take a Volt Switch as well. I think I'd rather get my own rocks up. We'll trade. I have a spinner. I do want those hazards up a little bit. And then from here, probably just I think you can just bring it in directly. I knew this was gonna be hard. So he gets another layer up. He does not have a spin immunity here though, but I do get rain boosted Scalds, so I'd much rather just go for that and then spin afterwards. We do see Volt Switch. This is probably going to be into the Swampert. So yeah, here's the big boy. Let's see. How transparent will he want to be here? Do I think he would go for a superpower? Predicting Ferrothorn? I think he would honestly just go for a safe Earthquake. The odds of him going for Ice Punch are very, very low. So we'll see how this works out. So we will see a Mega here. And this Sableyes has a really good amount of HP. So we do see an Earthquake. That was the safest mid-ground play there. Could just multi here. I don't think Ice Punch can take me out from this range because of the amount of HP I'm running. He's probably run off the damage calc that right now as well. But he doesn't know how much HP I'm running. So if he tries to run it at a, you know, lower amount of HP thinking he got a low roll on this, and he just tries to bot me with Ice Punch, then that won't really work out too well for him. And he is scared of it. So he's decided not an optimal play. And multi-attack not really doing too much, but we have confirmed he's probably choiced. So I wonder if he would. I don't think Trick is safe for him. I have quite a few mons that can't really do that. So we could either Zen, he could either Ice Punch. There's quite a few things he could do here. Regardless, I still think I'm gonna go into Charizard here. Okay, he does go for U-turn. That was not a terrible play, I guess. I'm not taking a lot of damage off of that switch. I'm just losing momentum is all. And the rain has stopped. Really unfortunate for my opponent here. Let me see. I gotta calc something real quick. Nope, not what I want to do. And then that would be... Oh, that's good damage. And we knock it out. Hopefully. He's running a little bit of bulk. Yeah, that made sense actually. He did need to be need to be running some bulk in order to do that. But reasonably speaking, he's probably... I need a spin. I do need a spin. So I'm going to... I think I'm going to try to go for the knockout here? And then spin on next turn. It would be so... Oh, what? He is, he's unaware. Interesting. And Analytic Psychic will probably... Yeah, that's good damage. Let's check out something real quick. I don't think Spin is unfortunately going to net us a safe kill there. As much as I would fucking love it. There's no reason to Ice Beam. I think Skull just kind of gets us the best coverage here possible. So, yeah, if he didn't have leftovers, a Rapid Spin KO would have been so nice there. But I think he has to bring in Pelipper to do something here. Pelipper lets me get a free spin-off. Yep. Which that's actually pretty fine by me. I really do not want these hazards around. Hard switch. Swampert? Fortress. Which, I think we might actually get a Rapid Spin kill on. Nope. Smart. Smart play there. So, he doesn't let us spin. Spin denial. I respect that play a whole lot, actually. Now, do we just let him keep the spikes? I think I kind of have to, because I can't really bring this thing in otherwise. So we'll just let him do that. And then from here... let's try this. He does have 4 Mons left. And, I still threaten him out with Power Whip. Which is pretty good. We're just gonna go for it. I haven't shown him any damage on my Fairy Throw outside of entry hazards, though. So he doesn't know whether or not I could be physical or special. Or I could be mixed defenses as well, which is a pretty popular one. So he still has Jirachi. He has Kingdra at a very low amount of HP. Pelipper's at about half as well. Tough times. I think he's gonna want to keep this thing safe, though. That thing's definitely his win con, and I knew it was gonna be. Megapert is just a buff mon to fight. So I think a good pivot play would be potentially to sack Kingdra. Or just go straight into Jirachi, you could do that too. Alright, that's fine. Alright, so let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Might help in the ring? Yeah, it's not doing anything. We'll get this off, too. So, Scarfer down. T-Wave, another fairly important mon. And the rain is up for a really good amount of time, too. Oh, now who gets paralyzed? Sorry, that was a little out of character. I'm a little salty about losing my Gengar still, so. But man, if I still had Protect, wouldn't that be something? I just kind of hope the rain lasts one more turn for me. It does. I do need this thing in a decent amount of HP. Actually, this is fine. What's a fire punch? I mean, yeah, that's not really gonna do anything in the rain at all. We'll recover that back off. And then from here, we bring it back up a bit. The one thing I was kind of scared of was freaking burn with Serene Grace in the rain. Oh, Jesus, man. It was in the back of my mind. I didn't want to say it because I was going to jinx it. Now we got this asshole again. Okay. Let's do a quick recap here, because I still don't like this. He's got Pelipper, he's got Kingdra, he's lost the non-rain part of his team. And I feel like if he went for an Earthquake, that would still be super, super safe. Rain's gotta be over this turn, I think, though. Sableyes still reasonably important. This is a hard turn. I don't want to take any more time overthinking that. He goes for what? That's a really interesting choice, given that I do have so many switches to that, and the rain has finally stopped. So at this point, it does become a little bit of a different game. He just stays in to go for it. That'll do it. Alright, that's fine. I don't like that amount of damage there, but let's think here. He has Swampert. This is a very hard turn. This is a very, very... I knew I fucked up. Son of a bitch. I didn't think... I'd Sunny Date on the Switch before, too. I didn't think he was going to do it again. Very, very uphill battle. God damn it, why did I do that? Why did I don't know why I did that. I should have just Sunny Date on the Switch. I had done it twice already. This thing died of rocks? No. He has Ice Beam. Okay. Lord. That's rough. And here's the thing, like, I can fake out here, but it's still Medicham versus a Swampert in the rain, so weather in general is a really nice thing to have around. And thinking about my team choices, I don't regret leaving Zygarde behind. If I could have done something differently 2 turns ago, I would have just gone straight for the Sunny Day. I don't know how much more mileage that would have gotten me, but that's it right there, so. That's okay, though. I prepared a little bit better than I thought I was going to last minute. And, you know, the entire week I went into it, I know it's really unhealthy to think, you know, like, to go into a game that you think you are going to lose. The one thing that did suck there as well was getting paralyzed with Gengar in the Jirachi switch. Because I would have still had a Gengar. But outside of that, I mean, he got paralyzed too. On the Ferrothorn thing there. So, the other weird thing as well was the Kingdra... the fact that it didn't die to Dragon Pulse really left a bad taste in my mouth. It means he was definitely running a lot of HP. And reasonably, there wasn't really a lot I could have done about that switch, because I wouldn't have wanted to go into Ferrothorn fearing HP Fire. And, though even you would go under Sun, he would have switched into Kingdra to die, then back into Pelipper for the rain again. Yeah, he still had Mons that were able to, you know, keep switching in and out, and I lost one of my weather starters, so Rain's always been a hard one to fight. So that brings our record to, what the hell are we at? I think 5. I don't even know what our score is anymore. But let me go ahead and get the old locker room video going, because that's what we do around here. Ugh. I hate fighting rain. What? 252 special attack? What happened with my damage calc? Oh! The damage calc put choice specs on, which is really, really, really stupid. But on Silver Lining, I have gotten 30 followers since the game started, a Tinder message, and a Tinder follow. So, Based, thank you for not hurting my feelings here, game too much. So go ahead and jump into this real quick. Silverly had enough speed to outpace Rotom Fan. It was kind of a consideration to for him to bring it, because he could have had access to Thunder on it, easy Thunders. But I ran max HP, enough speed to outspeed that, rest and attack, just in case the Swampert was running a little bit of HP. Yeah, it just so happens, you know, like Cross is saying, you played damn well. Sometimes it's just not... I haven't done any trades at all this league either, so if there was one thing I could do differently in the league, I would trade accordingly to my next couple of teams. I haven't had the time to do that kind of research, so I'm one of the only teams that hasn't done any trades whatsoever. You know, this squad is a ride or die pretty much. Medicham, bread and butter. I swapped out Bullet Punch for Ice Punch, because I thought there was a possibility the Chestnut could come around for Zygarde. And I'm trying to see... Let me open up the Discord real quick. Let me see. I have it somewhere. Okay, so I had Ice Punch for neutral coverage on Kingdra, for Garchomp as well. Would have hit Miss Magius for some damage. Would have hit Jirachi. Would have hit Swampert and Pelipper. Would have hit Ice. Would have done a lot for neutral. So that's why I ran that with Dual Stab. Pharaoh. I don't regret running any of these moves. Thunder Wave helped my ass back there. Leech Seed did too. If I was physically defensive, that would have helped me out a lot better against Swampert. I ran specially defensive because I was thinking he would have had, you know, like a Calm Mind, Water Pulse, Thunder Jirachi. Would have helped for switches on Kingdra. Clefable, you know, would have been able to take Moonblast. Would have been helpful for Scald and Hurricane. On Pelipper, would have been good against Mismagius. So as you can see, a special defensive Ferrothorn would have benefit me here a lot. So it just so happens I didn't play out the way I wanted it to. And oh yeah, dude, I was streaming. My opponent's actually here in the chat right now for those of you guys that are on YouTube. But yeah, I was streaming. I was kind of talking to everybody in the chat. So I'm doing my locker room video. I do it afterwards so I can kind of explain why I built the things the way I did. So he kind of caught me in the middle of that. It's unfortunate I didn't really, oh, and he gave me 300 bits. What a good sport. He did take me out on that date after all. Thanks, bud. As I mentioned with Gengar, it was really unfortunate on the switch of Jirachi because I did go for Shadow Ball, recognizing that he didn't have anything to switch in Shadow Ball. I didn't have any reason to go for Sludge Bomb because he had Fortress and Jirachi still. And, I mean, Charizard, I had Z Sunny, but he kept his Pelipper safe, which is the best thing you can do, you know, in that matchup. In Gen 5, that's always how it's been, you know. You keep your Weather Starter as safe as possible, and if you can keep that in one other attacker, then you're good. And then at that point, you sack your Weather Starter, and then you go into your Rain Sweeper, which is, you know, what he did there. He had two. So he did call the Z Sunny correctly, yeah. I had 2 Sunny Day users there. This is a really interesting Sableyes spread, since you're here and I want to talk to you about it. I have enough speed to outspeed all variants of Pelipper, pretty much. Max HP, I have Flamethrower for Fortress, enough to ensure I think Naive ensures a 2-hit KO in Sunny Day, and then multi-attack. I had enough HP to take like an Earthquake into an Ice Punch as well, too. What else did I have? Anything weird? Specs Gengar? Specs Gengar did nothing this game, unfortunately. But hey, Ferrothorn did not get frozen. That's the important part. No freeze for Ferrothorn. Charizard, I swapped Dragon Pulse over Solar Beam because, you know, the potential of getting trapped in there. I'm not going to be some kind of chump that, you know, takes the bait for going for a Solar Beam on a Swampert stock, and then he goes into Pelipper, and then, you know, it takes 2 turns to charge. What is it, 3 turns? Whatever. Yeah, 2 turns? No, fuck no. So, Dual Stab, Dragon Pulse. I had Dragon Pulse for Garchomp as well. It seemed pretty safe. And then Starmie was, did you guys see how much Analytic Starmie did to the Clefable? That was really good damage. Analytic with Life Orb, like, almost knocked it out in one shot. And if it wasn't, yeah, I kind of wonder. I looked at its coverage turn 1. Yeah, Silvally, if you go back and watch my previous videos, I don't think outside of normal I have reused a single form. I've used a different thing every time. So, anyways, this is 3-attack spin, and he didn't let me get a spin off either the entire game, which definitely kind of helped a little bit for him there. Outside of that, I feel like Mon-wise, I don't think I would have done anything different. Play-wise, I think I could have done a few things different. You know, that's always how it goes. But you only get 90 seconds to think about your turns, and I don't want to keep the man waiting. You know, there's only so many things you can think about, and then that's Sunny Day on that last turn. I could have done it, but I chose not to do it because, you know, you choke sometimes. I was really nervous about the game, but it happens. So, anyways, for those of you on YouTube that probably have me in the background by now because I'm not talking about anything important, literally, that's the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, you can leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe, do your thing. Those of you on Twitch, stay tuned. I'll still keep streaming after this, but those on YouTube, you know, I gotta cut it somewhere. So I'll cut it now, and I'll see those of you guys later.